Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for joining us. Topping our news, a deadly bridge collapse at Florida International University in Miami. Authorities confirming now at least 6 people have died. The 950-ton bridge was built using a relatively new accelerated construction technique. And there are new questions today over how the bridge's design was checked before construction. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest from Miami.
Reference a bridge collapse, and we have a report that several people injured at this time.
Victims are now reliving those horrifying moments. This nearly 1,000-ton bridge came crashing down.
He heard the crumbling and he was able to he reacted, but then he didn't react fast enough.
First responders scrambling to get to those trapped beneath the rubble.
We had 2 unconscious, 2 conscious that were injured, just in a state of shock.
Overnight, their mission switched from rescue to recovery.
We used auditory, we used visual, we used our canines, and we've determined that there's no longer any survivors. That's why we transitioned into this recovery mode.
In the aftermath, now new questions about how the bridge was built.
There'll be a full investigation. We've got to get to the bottom of this, and we will.
This part of the bridge was put up in just a matter of hours, only days ago, using a method called accelerated bridge construction, nicknamed an instant bridge.
This is a bridge engineer's worst nightmare.
It's built ahead of time, like this one, on the side of the road, and then in just a few hours, it's moved into place. Last night, the city of Sweetwater confirmed they conducted a stress test on the bridge Thursday morning, and Florida Senator Marco Rubio tweeted that the bridge collapsed after the engineering firm ordered to have the cables tightened. But today,
We have not confirmed that there was a stress test.
the contractor and bridge architect have pledged to fully cooperate with the investigation. Authorities have now confirmed that one of those who died was a student here at FIU. The NTSB is now on the scene investigating. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Miami, Florida.
We will continue to bring you the latest developments on this bridge collapse, both on air and online. You can also get breaking news instantly on your smartphone by downloading the ABC7 app. Just go to the App Store and search for the words WWSB or My Suncoast. An accident snarls traffic in Sarasota for several hours this morning. A construction vehicle hit a power pole on Swift Road near Proctor. Around 6 o'clock this morning, that impact left debris all over the road. The north and southbound lanes of Swift were closed for more than 2 hours while crews cleared the scene. Florida Power and Light also on scene there to repair that pole. On a regular basis, students at Sarasota Military Academy have to dodge traffic during the school day, and some are worried about their safety. If you drive down Lemon Avenue near 10th Street during the school year, you may have witnessed what's become a daily battle between students and drivers. The students cross from behind the school grounds to an open lot that's used for student parking and student military training. Although staff members watch students as they cross Lemon Avenue, there are no school zone signs, and students say many drivers don't slow down.
I mean, they really never pay attention to us, and if they never slow down, and they just zoom right past us.
And they don't like to stop either, because it's like an inconvenience for them to let the kids cross. They got somewhere to be, so they don't want to stop. So they see us coming, they'll floor it, speed by, try to get ahead of us.
City engineers say placing flashers and school zone signs are possible for Lemon Avenue instead of a crosswalk like the one located in front of the school, but a request would first have to be submitted by the school district and the Sarasota Military Academy. Construction on a new traffic roundabout continues at a major intersection in downtown Sarasota. We checked in on the progress of the project at Ringling Boulevard and Orange Avenue. The city says the new intersection should be complete in about a month. Construction has inconvenienced a number of area businesses and residents, but a senior city engineer says it will all be worth it once it's done.
The construction is always difficult and inconvenient, but if they look at Main Street in Orange and see how much better that flows and how more efficient it works and people can cross more easily, that when the project is done, their customers can more easily get back and forth and traffic should flow better.
Work on the roundabout began in November, and again, it should be complete by about mid-April. We have new information on which Winn-Dixie stores will close here on the Suncoast. The parent company of Winn-Dixie, Southeastern Grocers, plans to file for Chapter 11 restructuring by the end of the month. On Thursday, the Jacksonville-based company announced it plans to close a total of 94 underperforming stores, and there are 4 local stores on that list. A store in Bradenton on 53rd Avenue West, and then 3 stores in Sarasota. The stores on 17th Street, South Tamiami Trail, and Clark Road will all close. 7 Winn-Dixie stores in our area will, though, remain open. Cotton candy or elephant ears sound good to you? Well, the 82nd annual Sarasota County Fair opens today. Gates will open at 2 o'clock this afternoon. This year, there's plenty of rides, live entertainment on 2 stages, a giant kiddie land, comedy shows, live animals, and much more. The Midway is right off Fruitville Road at the county fairgrounds. There's free parking, and remember, the fair runs through March 25th. Looks like they're going to have great weather for the opening day of the fair. Meteorologist John Scalzi joins us now with that.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little warmer this afternoon than yesterday, and certainly a lot warmer than this morning.
It was chilly.
It was cold.
Yeah.
No, it was cold.
All right, it was cold.
It was cold. Becky in Omayaca came in with 29 degrees.
Are you kidding me?
No, seriously. And the temperature at the airport was 40, which is a couple of degrees cooler than it was yesterday.
Yeah.
But some of the other official temperatures from the Weather Service around the area: Mayaca City 34, Northport 33, Lilly and Hardy County 34. So yeah, it was chilly this morning. But the good news is the wind flow's kind of lightened up just a little bit, so that's going to allow the sun to do its work and warm us up today. Sunny and rain-free for the fair, by the way. Everything looks pretty good out there for that. As far as the temperatures go, by 6 p.m. this evening, you'll probably be in the upper 60s at the fair. Sunny, low humidity, should be beautiful out there. And then as they wrap things up this evening at 11 p.m., temperatures will be in the upper 50s, dry, clear sky. By the way, tomorrow they open at noon. Today they open at 2, so we're looking at a very pleasant weekend for fair going, I think. Local temperatures currently 70 degrees in Sarasota, 67 degrees in Venice, 67 in Inglewood. Parrish coming in at 69, Bradenton now at 72 degrees, Wauchula 71, Arcadia 70. That represents, compared to yesterday at this hour, about a 6 to 7 degree increase in temperature. This morning we were down by 5 degrees compared to 24 hours ago. So that's how effectively the atmosphere is beginning to warm. That warming trend will carry on throughout the day today with little chance of rain showers and just very pleasant conditions. They'll call it a daytime high of about 71. And as we head into the evening hours, we'll see temperatures kind of fall off into the 60s. Complete forecast coming up for you in just a minute.
All right, John, thank you. Let's get a check now on the day on Wall Street so far. Business commentator Jeff Stern joins us now, and we've seen a lot of red on Wall Street this week, Jeff. But I guess the good news is that we're still positive for the year overall.
That's correct, Scott. This week was not a good week. The Dow was down about 1.34%, while NASDAQ down about 1%, S&P negative as well, right around that 1.5%. We know Tiffany came out with some pretty good earnings, but their forecast for 2018 does not look too strong, so that's why you see Tiffany trading down, as well as the 10-year Treasury, 2.82 or so that's come down just a little bit. But so far today, we're positive. I woke up this morning, the futures were a little mixed. Let's see how we're currently trading. Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 129 points, 25,002. Up 0.53. NASDAQ 7,500, up 20 points, 1/4%. The S&P positive as well. We like that green. 2,760, up 13 points, 0.48 in the positive.
Well, Jeff, I understand that Qualcomm has a new potential buyer.
That is correct, Scott. You've been doing your homework. We know Broadcom has been out there and there's a hostile bid takeover, but the president smashed that, so that's not going to go. Intel was even thinking about buying Broadcom to get Qualcomm. But yesterday, Paul Jacobs, former CEO, and actually the son of the founder, said he wants to buy the company and take it private. The company's worth about $88 billion, so he's talking to some of his rich global investor friends to see if he can get a deal together. Qualcomm really focuses on the semiconductor business, telecommunication equipment, but their biggest thing is obviously the chip maker. Almost every cell phone has a Qualcomm. They're based in San Diego, actually, with 224 worldwide locations. Leader of mobile technology, we know that. They really pioneered the wireless cellular communications. Right now, they're down about 4% for the year with about a 3 3/4 dividend, so that's not too bad, Scott. And trading right around $61 a share, so we've seen a lot of ups and downs in Qualcomm.
Okay.
Maybe private soon.
We'll root for those green arrows for the
like
rest
that.
of the day.
We
All
like
right.
that.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Enjoy your weekend.
You too. Today and tomorrow, the Robert L. Taylor Community Complex in Sarasota will be closed for maintenance work. During this closure, water will be turned off so repairs can be made to the water system. The inside of the complex will also get a fresh coat of paint. Center will reopen Monday morning at 6 o'clock. Still to come in your Suncoast News, how to detox from some of the more overly processed foods available, what you can do to stay healthy. Plus, it's not your typical workout. We'll have more on the benefits of aerial fitness right after this.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Car experts and customers agree there's a lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Impreza is an IIHS top safety pick for 11 years running. Lease the all-new 2018 Subaru Impreza for just $195 a month for 42 months with zero due at signing. That's right, not one penny. Get more for your money during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
It's time to take a road trip.
Alabama's got 100 road trips, and some of the best are music to your ears, like the Alabama Music Hall of Fame. Or head over to Muscle Shoals and Fame Studios. Are you a star yet?
My mama thinks so.
Or, if that's your stomach I hear grumbling, our barbecue is almost a religious experience. Food good here? Best in the country. Alabama's got 100 road trips.
Which one you gonna take?
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on mysuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit mysuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android. Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining. Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device. Now, your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
So we're looking at a beautiful shot here on Tower Cam of calm seas out there for the most part. It's got a beautiful light chop at worst today. I think we're going to see the beautiful weather continue on right straight through the weekend, actually, as winds are generally going to be out of the west, out of the west during the afternoon, but generally speaking out of the east as we develop that high pressure ridge. 70 degrees the air temperature, dew point coming in at 37, lots of sunshine out there. Dew point very low, again making it feel pretty dry. What we need to do if we want to get these nighttime temperatures to rise just a little bit is to get that dew point value a little bit warmer so that there's more moisture in the air to retain the overnight heat. And I think we'll be able to do that as we head into the next couple of days, in part because of this easterly component of the wind. In fact, even now it's east to southeast. So that'll be good. That'll bring in a little bit more moisture, make it feel a little bit more comfortable if you're heating the air in the morning. And it will also, I think, give us some warmer nighttime temperatures. 70 degrees right now, probably make it up to about 72, 73 for a daytime high. We'll watch these temperatures continue to rise up to the low 70s today, and then as we head into the afternoon, taper it back down into the 50s. Big ridge of high pressure sits over the deep south in the Florida Peninsula. We do have some activity back to the west, though, kind of an active weather pattern back here with a couple of low pressure areas. Eventually, these will merge together into one system that will move through the state of Florida. But until then, we'll have these little areas of energy that'll kind of rotate around the top of this high pressure ridge and provide some rain showers here and there. Tomorrow, Atlanta, or even later today, Atlanta will be under the gun for some showers and maybe even a thunderstorm or two, but nothing really severe. Severe weather back to the west, certainly possible. This frontal boundary moving through our area by about, I'd say Tuesday of next week, bringing with it a chance of some showers, maybe a thunderstorm or two possibly. Right now, severe weather not forecast, but it's still quite a ways off to be forecasting severe weather, so we'll continue to monitor that and let you know how it may evolve. In the meantime, our weather this weekend driven by that high pressure ridge, bringing us some sunny skies and a warm up right straight into the weekend. As that high kind of migrates out into the Atlantic, our winds will shift a little more easterly and southeasterly, as we're already seeing happen at this hour. And so consequently, that will return the moisture, keeping nighttime temperatures warmer. And we'll also see a lot of sunshine because of that sinking dome of high pressure, bringing us fairly clear skies aloft, and that'll help to modify the atmosphere as well. So all those things adding up together to spell a warmer weekend. Dry as well, under the influence of drier air aloft and that high pressure ridge's sinking air, until the cold front makes it to our doorstep by about Tuesday, with a good chance of rainfall then. So watch the futurecast, put it into motion. Clear skies today, tomorrow looks pretty nice as well. Maybe a few high clouds around, that's really about it. And then by Sunday, we start to develop a system back to the west that will have a trailing cold front attached to it, and that will drive through here on Tuesday with about a 50% chance of showers before it passes south of us, and by Wednesday clears things out and leaves us with slightly cooler temperatures once again. So it's kind of a roller coaster ride for temperatures. We're looking at today, 73 degrees, and then tomorrow, 75 on St. Paddy's Day, coming in with 77 on Sunday. Monday, 20% chance of showers late, followed by good rain chances on Tuesday, and then clearing and cooler as we head into the next couple of days. Scott?
Okay, John, thanks so much. While some processed foods help preserve and enhance nutrients, others are high in added sugars and sodium that can be linked to health problems, including obesity, heart disease, and diabetes. Kim Hutcherson shows us how to detox from some of the more overly processed foods.
Breaking up with some of your favorite but oh so bad foods can be tough, but not impossible. Here are some things to keep in mind. Start slowly. If going cold turkey doesn't appeal to you, try taking baby steps. Slowly eliminating more processed items will help increase your chances of staying on course. Supplement your meals with fresh foods. Try adding a piece of fruit at breakfast or some veggies during lunch. Stop adding salt to foods. If you can't live without some flavor, try adding some pepper or even garlic to spice things up. Choose whole grains over processed grains. We've heard this one before, and it doesn't hurt to hear it again. Choose brown rice, whole wheat pasta, and whole grain bread as your healthy alternative. And plan ahead. If you get the urge for something highly processed simply because of the convenience or lack of time, try planning out your snacks. Trail mix, Greek yogurt, and hummus are great go-tos. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
The World Health Organization says it's going to review the potential risk of plastic in drinking water after studies found microparticles in popular bottled brands. The initiative comes after an investigation found that most of the 259 bottles of water tested were contaminated with microplastics. The tests were carried out at the State University of New York in Fredonia. It found an average of 10 plastic particles per liter of water, each larger than a human hair. So do you want to burn some calories but switch your workouts to something more maybe up in the air? Well, aerial fitness could be the perfect workout. It looks graceful in the air, but in reality, it can really challenge your body. From hanging by silk to using a lyra, each is a full body workout that requires strength in your arms, legs, and core.
You have to use your legs to hold you up, you have to use your arms to hold you up, your core to lift you know, and you feel it everywhere because you actually have to stay up on there, so basically everything.
Some of the benefits aerial fitness has includes improving flexibility, helping heal back ailments, as well as improving memory. All right, let's check in now with ABC7 Culinary Director Judy Gallagher, who joins us live today from Selby Gardens. Hi, Judy.
Hi there, Scott. Well, I've got my New York pretzel. The food truck is ready with, of course, tomato soup. It's not Campbell's, it's even better. And we are celebrating the Warhol exhibit. You may remember last year I was here, there was a French food truck. Well, there's a new exhibit. You can see Linda Carson's show of it on mysuncoast.com. I'm here to talk about the food truck. Michael Thanis really does some great creative themed items. You're going to see black and white cookies today, pastrami, Nathan hot dogs, of course, and the giant pretzel. So stay with me throughout the hour as we bring you the blooming details of Andy Warhol's exhibit, the nature around here, and more importantly, the food.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been arrested in the state of Florida, the state attorney's office is already working on your prosecution. It's time to work on your defense. So give us a call. We've got your back.
I just had a very educational ride with Nina.
Did you learn anything?
Where do I begin? So all this stuff goes into a safety check.
Yep.
It's a long list.
It's important stuff.
Test the smoke detector.
Yep.
Check the breaker box.
Yep.
Meter the GFCIs.
Ground fault circuit interrupters.
Well, I do that.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Nina, you make it look easy.
Thanks, but don't do it yourself.
Who's your guy?
Come experience the rugged capability and luxurious comfort of a new Ram truck and get big savings during Ram Truck Month at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Ram trucks. Get the all-new redesigned 2018 Ram Quad Cab for as little as $23,999. Or save big and get $10,000 off a new Ram Bighorn Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
My name is Blake. I received a heart transplant when I was 2 weeks old. I play defense for the Red Hot Tornadoes. Sometimes my heart starts pounding like faster and faster as I go. I know I have someone else's heart inside me. It makes me feel happy because someone was generous enough to give me a second chance to live.
This gift of life was made possible by an organ donor. Imagine what you could make possible. Sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Get breaking news alerts focused on the Suncoast. Download the ABC7 News app.
All right, let's meet our pet of the week. John is with the founder of Dante's Den and host of Animal Outtakes, Marsha Panucci, to tell us more about Deacon. Guys?
Oh my, have we got a beautiful dog here. Oh boy, Deacon. Let's see if we can get her in the shot. Deacon is an absolutely great animal. What a sweetheart of a face.
But you know, I have to bring you to his color.
Oh,
John,
gorgeous.
Normally, this is a golden retriever mix. And I see a little lab in there. But normally we're going to see the sandy color here, and we don't see much depth in the coat. Look at this brindle-type ginger all over. Deacon is a sweetheart. He takes life easy, but he's 3 years old, so he has a lot to give, and he has a lot to play.
3 years old?
He's 3 years old.
Oh my goodness. He's got none of that normal kind of puppy craziness and,
he threw that aside.
ADD that puppies can get sometimes,
Yeah.
So
sometimes they're 8 years old and still doing that.
Oh,
look
hi,
at
honey.
this.
You
Look
want
at
to give me
this.
your paw?
Look at this.
Oh,
now, let me
look
tell
at
you how perfect, John, this dog is. To the best of our knowledge, housebroken. Loves to ride in cars, will put his nose out of the window but not go any further, which is, if you're going to do that, that's the safe way to do it. Wants to play, will run after a ball for a while, and then brings it back to you, and wants to continually give you his paw. He wants that human touch, and just perfect. This was one of those perfect dogs that God has blessed, and has a beautiful, beautiful soul. We noticed that he can get along with other dogs, so that doesn't seem to be a problem. In fact, he's kind of aloof to other dogs. Now cats, we haven't tested him with cats yet, so we really don't know. The answer is out on that one. But look at this. I mean, if you want a pal to sit next to you and you just want to hold that paw and he wants you to do that, it doesn't get any better than this.
Oh, I'm serious. Linda Larson, call me. No, just kidding, just kidding. Oh, you are so sweet. This dog is going to go fast. No health issues? We know
None that we know of, just absolutely perfect. And of course, today he is presented by the Humane Society of Sarasota County. And of course, you fill out an application and you get your interview. And Deacon, I truly believe with you, Deacon is going to be gone very, very quick.
I'm telling you what, this is a beautiful
every dog is a special dog, but this one has stars behind his
Really?
name.
It's true?
Yes, he really is.
All right, give him a call. Give him a call. This dog needs a home and looking for you. What a great addition to the family this dog would be. Marcia, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Scott?
We have all fallen in love with Deacon, that's for sure. Thank you so much. Let's check back with Culinary Director Judy Gallagher, who is enjoying lunch today at what I think is one of the most beautiful spots on the Suncoast, Selby Gardens. Judy?
It truly is, Scott. And how can we not do a Warhol exhibit and the awesome New York-style food truck without Michael Klauber himself? Michael, thanks for coming out today.
Thanks for being here. This is so exciting. We're just having so much fun with this great menu this year.
I guarantee you we're going to do this every year because I'm having fun too. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration with Andy Warhol, the flowers, Selby, and how you brought it to change the food truck this year.
Well, it's always exciting to hear from Jennifer Romanecki and the team at Selby what their plan is. And so when they said Warhol, we said New York, baby. And how exciting was that to be able to go and research what he ate. And he ate pretty darn simple food. I mean, you know, the tomato soup, the grilled cheese sandwich, you know, Nathan's famous hot dog. So he, you know, pretty basic stuff, but fun things to put in the food truck for sure.
Yeah, I bet. And it makes everybody kind of glimmer and smile as they think of that. Now, aside from the food truck, you have the cafe here. Let's talk a little bit about what's on the menu at the cafe and what's happening.
You know, it's an expanded menu from what we do at the food truck, but the cafe is so awesome because, you know, you can sit outside. There's lots of outdoor seating. The cafe itself was Marie Selby's home, so it's got a lot of history inside. They've dressed it up beautifully with some Warhol-esque decor for right now, and that's really fun too. So a bigger, broader menu and more choices, but you know, we do hot food, cold food, desserts, and everything down there.
And it really is lovely. It gives you all these different opportunities to experience so much. Now, the food truck, I assume, will be out here till June 20th, just like the exhibit?
Oh, yes. Yep, every day from 11 till 3. And yeah, the menu has been really fun, you know, from the black and white cookies to the falafel and the Mediterranean salad, the Indian infused dish there. Of course, the pretzels and the hot dogs. So, you know, it's really fun.
Totally New York. It's a Big Apple. Michael, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to talking to Chef Jamil in just a couple minutes.
All right. Thanks, Judy.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the two newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now, before it's too late.
Make us swim! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
the story of a boy who was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Each day, researchers make discoveries that bring us closer to the moment when all cancer patients can become survivors. Their progress is made possible with the help of clinical trials. Clinical trials are the brightest torch researchers have to light their way towards better treatments. And if you've been diagnosed with cancer, they may be your brightest ray of hope. Speak with your doctor and visit standuptocancer.org/clinical trials to learn more. Together, we can stand up for all of us.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
You're watching ABC 7 News at 12:30.
Welcome back. The special counsel in the Russia investigation has issued subpoenas now to President Trump's family business. It's a sign Robert Mueller probe into election meddling is expanding as he requests all documents related to Russia. ABC's Serena Marshall has the latest from Washington.
President Trump's business dealings, the latest target of special counsel Robert Mueller. ABC News has confirmed Mueller subpoenaed the Trump family business for documents, including some related to Russia. It's a sign the special counsel's nearly year-long, wide-ranging probe into possible collusion is expanding. The president has repeatedly denied having any business dealings in Russia.
I own nothing in Russia. I have no loans in Russia. I don't have any deals in Russia.
But according to Trump Organization's then chief counsel Michael Cohen, 4 months into his presidential campaign, Mr. Trump signed a letter of intent to build a Trump Tower in Moscow. One of the business associates involved in that deal, Felix Sater, shared their plans in an exclusive interview today with ABC.
I approached Michael Cohen about the opportunity. He was very excited. Donald Trump signed the letter of intent,
including the emails he sent to Cohen saying the deal would help Mr. Trump's campaign. The deal never progressed, and Sater dismissed his emails as playful banter with a childhood friend.
I was trying to do a real estate transaction. I clearly was not involved in the campaign, nor was I involved in any of the political end.
In an interview with the New York Times last summer, President Trump was asked if the special counsel expanded into areas related to his business dealings, if it would be crossing a red line.
I would say yes. Yeah, I would say yes.
The White House wouldn't say if that's still the case.
We're going to continue to fully cooperate out of respect for the special counsel. We're not going to comment.
News of the subpoena made public on the same day the administration, for the first time, hit Russia with sanctions for election meddling.
And another issue facing the president, the lawyer for Stormy Daniels has alleged she was physically threatened to keep her alleged affair with the president quiet. Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
Now to a developing story. The Pentagon says all 7 service members aboard a U.S. helicopter that crashed in Iraq were killed. A Pentagon statement says this crash does not appear to be the result of enemy activity and is under investigation. The helicopter crashed in western Iraq. It's used by the Air Force for combat search and rescue. The Pentagon says an accompanying U.S. helicopter immediately reported the crash, and Iraqi security forces and coalition members secured the scene. This accident comes one day after 2 naval aviators died after their FA-18 fighter jet crashed off the coast of Key West. That jet crashed in shallow waters about a mile away from the runway. The 2 aviators ejected from the aircraft as it went down but did not survive. The U.S. Navy has identified the victims as Lieutenant Commander James Bryce Johnson and Lieutenant Caleb Nathaniel King. Both are from Florida. New developments out of Miami, where at least 6 people are dead after a new pedestrian bridge collapsed on drivers waiting in traffic. 10 people have been hospitalized so far. Crews are still searching for more victims. The safety of this $14.2 million project is being questioned today. An investigation by local, state, and federal officials is underway. No information on the victims has been released yet. A riverboat in Memphis is heavily damaged after it caught fire last night. The fire broke out on McKellar Lake as scrap workers were tearing down the boat. Before the fire, the plan was for this boat to be used to host events like weddings and proms, but those plans were scrapped after a fight last year with the Riverfront Development Corporation. No word yet on what caused the fire. Tomorrow, students from the Sailor Circus Academy will present the 69th annual spring performance of The Greatest Little Show on Earth. For the first time ever, the students will perform under the big top behind the mall at UTC. Previously, the show has taken place in the Sailor Circus Arena, but that is currently closed for renovations. It's just a one-day show. The students will perform a show at 2 p.m. and then another at 7 p.m. Ticket prices range from $10 to $25. Time now to get a check on our weather on this Friday with meteorologist John Scalzi. And John, I was kind of surprised at how cold it was. My gauge said 40 degrees this morning. Yeah. Coldest this week, I think.
It is the coldest this week.
Yeah.
I thought yesterday would be, but it turned out that today was, and at least in our area. And now, yesterday it was very cold in inland areas, and there were some temperatures that had dropped down to freezing in inland areas, near freezing. Becky in Omayaka particularly, but she was even cooler today, 29 degrees. So I don't think we'll see that again, though. As we head into the weekend, it'll start warming up. We'll start to get a little bit more moisture back now that our winds have shifted. And that will happen pretty quickly. I think our dew points will go from where they are now in the low 30s up to probably in the 40s over the weekend. So Sarasota Bay webcam showing some pretty nice weather out there. A lot of blue sky, a lot of deep blue sky, and you can see the wave action is pretty minimal out there. The waves have pretty light because the winds have kind of lightened up quite a bit over the last 24 hours. We've got temperatures across the region that are generally kind of hovering around the 70-degree mark most everywhere, a little warmer in some places, a little cooler in others. But in general, that's a pretty good number, 70. The Titan radar not showing a drop of rain around anywhere close to us. We do have some well back to the west of us, and that will be advancing over the course of the next several days through the deep south, but shouldn't be a big problem for us until we get to next work week. Temperatures coming in around 71 degrees by 3 and then tapering off pretty quickly as we head into the evening hours back down into the 50s overnight. Talk about the weekend forecast coming up in a few. Scott?
Okay, John, thank you. A reminder that early voting ends tomorrow for the March 20th school tax referendums in both Manatee and Sarasota counties. Some voters will also be asked about the Holiday Park and Recreation District and the Town of Longboat Key general election. Today and tomorrow, voters can cast their ballots at any of the 3 election offices in Sarasota, Venice, or Northport. And then in Manatee County, the 2 early voting locations are the Supervisor of Elections office in Bradenton and Longboat Key Town Hall. With spring right around the corner, snakes are becoming more active. One snake removal business is now encouraging everyone to stay alert when outside. They say snakes like to hide in secluded areas.
We love to get in there and not move at all. So keep your grass down, keep old junk, old metal, old tin, anything that's going to attract heat. They love to get on there and absorb that heat.
Experts say you should also pick up brush piles and bird feed that may have fallen from a feeder. Bird feed attracts mice, which are, of course, common prey for snakes. All right, let's get back to Judy Gallagher right now, who's enjoying lunch today at Selby Gardens in Sarasota. Judy?
Well, I'm with one of my favorite chefs, and can I tell her secret that we like to sneak out to taco trucks every now and then late at night, right? You're my guy. But today we're talking about your food truck in honor of Andy Warhol and the food that you've created, Jamil. I'm really excited about this.
Well, when we start looking at this menu, we're like, what we're gonna do? We're gonna get something exciting. So look at the grilled cheese. We just say we're not just gonna make a grilled cheese.
Right.
Let's get a rosemary panini. Let's get some aged cheddar and some Gruyere and press it instead of just grill it. So it's like a little grill press. So it's one of the things. Then we got tomato soup over there.
And you have the real tomato. This is not Campbell's, folks. This is Jamil's. Look at, and this is how you do it. You do the little dunk. That is awesome.
No, thank you. And then we went to a little Mediterranean with, dolmadas, stuffed grape leaves. You got some beautiful falafel, some hummus, some olive, some tabbouleh, You know, make the tabbouleh with nice fresh and things with the, you know, heirloom tomatoes and things like that.
And that's the thing. It's light, and it reminds me of New York. I was telling you about the hummus hut, and they're all over New York, and you can get these great dishes like this. And I can just imagine, although Andy Warhol was a simple eater with tomato and soup and grilled cheese, certainly his friends were very exotic.
Very exotic.
Correct?
You know, that's the whole thing. I mean, all simple ingredients that you got right here.
Exactly.
So, you know, and then you get the Nathan hot dog, and then we went ahead and did a Cuban. You know, it was fun to see what trucks and places in corners that sell in New York, in your streets.
Right.
And this is basically what it is with the pretzel and that nice hot mustard, and then you get a nice, beautiful cookie.
Now, wait a minute. You forgot something, and we're
know,
talking about my
was-
side of the street, pal.
I was going to let you say that, but, you know, this is a pastrami sandwich, and it's just, you know, just mustard, pastrami, and cheese, and a rye bread. Simple as it can be, and very good.
Well, we'll see how very good it is. I want you to quickly, we have 1 minute left. You also have a big wine dinner that's coming up at Michael's on East. Let's give that a shout out.
Okay, we're doing an Alexandra Valley from California. It's going to be great wines, all Burgundies. So you're going to have 3 courses of just red. And the same wine, it's just different years. So it's going to be fun. We got some cool stuff coming out with that. And then we're doing April 11, we're doing Bobby Catcher's Wines dinner. So it's going to be kind of fun with doing stuff like that.
Lots of things coming up. And of course, you were just telling us about the Easter brunch. But also on Easter, remember, you can come out here for activities, enjoy the Andy Warhol exhibit, and enjoy this great food. I'll be back in a little bit to try some dessert, New York style, that is.
Motor Trend said the new Alfa Romeo Giulia is hands down the best sports sedan you can buy today. And named it the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
So Matt told me to meet him at 7 a.m. sharp right here. It is now 7:01 a.m. You think Matt would leave without me? Hey, is Matt here?
Long con.
Long gone.
Just missed him.
Just missed him.
All done.
Mr. Sparky guarantees they're on time and the repair is free, so chop chop.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Matt, you started without me.
I finished without you too.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Now your ABC7 First Alert Weather Forecast with meteorologist John Scalzi.
70-degree air temperature, 37-degree dew point. That's really low. A lot of sunshine out there and a southeast wind coming in about 6, making it feel very comfortable, I think, out there. Now, that southeast wind is going to eventually drag a little more moisture into our area, and that'll help keep our nighttime temperatures up. But for tonight, it's still going to be another cool night. Probably not as cool as it was this morning, certainly, but still on the cool side of average. 71 by about 3 o'clock after having reached a daytime high of probably 72 or 3, and then trailing down into the 50s pretty quickly after sunset. We'll watch a nighttime low, probably around 51 degrees as we head into tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow I think we'll be even warmer than we are today, which is warmer than we were yesterday. And the reason for that is a big ridge of high pressure sitting over parts of the deep south. in advance of this trough of low pressure that's producing numerous little impulses that'll kind of move to the east and produce rain showers in parts of the deep south. Now, the two areas of low pressure will eventually kind of team up together in a modified form, especially the one behind this current one, and eventually drag a cold front through here. But until then, high pressure through the weekend will be the dominant weather feature for us. It's going to expand out into the Atlantic, and as it does that, our winds become increasingly out of the southeast. The winds out of the southeast pick up the Atlantic moisture transported across the peninsula into our area. Also, the winds moving over the heated land of the peninsula pick up some of that heat, transport that as well into our area. So the combination of the two means our nighttime lows will be a little bit warmer, and our daytime highs as well will be a little bit warmer. So warmer weekend, significantly so by Sunday, and dry till next week. Next week is when that next front will arrive, and that's the one that will bring us a chance of rain showers, pretty good chance of rain showers, particularly on Tuesday. And then once again, some colder weather as we head into the second half of the work week. Not significantly colder, not like the last front did, but still pretty chilly temperatures compared to our normals. The frontal boundary back to the west will advance slowly with little impulses rippling along the deep south first. But by Sunday, it should be taking shape, and then by Tuesday, advance in this area with its cold front extending into Gulf waters, bringing showers and maybe a thunderstorm or two. Don't expect to see severe weather yet. There's nothing that indicates that at this point, but it's very early to predict severe weather. So we'll continue to monitor this and let you know. There's nothing so significant about this system that it is drawing attention to itself in terms of bringing us severe weather. Otherwise, after that front moves through on Wednesday, high pressure builds in and we're left with some very pleasant conditions. For a couple of days, just a little bit cooler. We'll go from temperatures that are close to the 80-degree mark to temperatures that are closer to the 70-degree mark. So we'll drop about 10 degrees after this front moves through. Nighttime lows will probably bottom out in the 60s or something like that, in mid-50s. I don't think we'll see any more 30s for a while. Big ridge of high pressure will stay with us through the end of next work week, and that will bring us some fair weather, I think, into next weekend. Tight radar showing a few of those showers back to the west. Those will be advancing toward the Atlanta region as we head into Sunday. So the forecast looks like this. We'll have a daytime high today that tops out about 73. Tomorrow at about 75. Sunday 77. You see the warming trend here, almost 80 degrees by Monday, but showers start to come into the picture on Tuesday with the next front, and we turn cooler. Scott?
All right, John, thank you. U.S. Airlines are hiring pilots at a rate that hasn't been seen since before 9/11. That demand could encourage more young people to consider a career in aviation. Major U.S. airlines are hiring pilots at a brisk rate, which is likely to continue for years, while the smaller airlines are still struggling with a shortage that will continue as they lose the pilots to those bigger carriers. Aircraft maker Boeing is predicting airlines will need 117,000 new pilots by the year 2036. Mortgage rates have fallen for the first time this year after 9 straight weeks of increases. Mortgage buyer Freddie Mac says the average rate on a 30-year fixed-rate loan slipped to 4.4%, down from 4.46% last week. These new rates are still high by recent standards, which could lead to a drop in home sales nationwide. Sarasota County is offering some extra evening and weekend flood zone workshops. You can learn about flood risks, zones, maps, regulations, and mandatory insurance purchase requirements. The first of 4 upcoming workshops will take place tomorrow. It will be at the Jacaranda Library in Venice from 10:15 in the morning until noon. They grew up with MTV and grunge, but apparently Generation X is not in great shape when it comes to saving money. If you were born between 1965 and the late 1970s, you're part of Generation X. A new survey shows that nearly 4 out of every 10 Gen Xers says that they'd like to fully retire someday, but they know they probably won't be able to afford it. That's because 43% of them are behind in savings and nearly 20% aren't saving or investing at all. Just a third of Gen Xers surveyed said they expect to be very secure in retirement. Still to come in your Suncoast News, an emotional reunion between a woman and her dog, what caused the mix-up that sent the dog 6,000 miles in the wrong direction.
They are the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. But what does it take to bridge the distance and keep them connected to family, home, and country? What does it take to strengthen our service members so they can be the greatest force for good in the world? It takes a force. Be a force behind the forces. Give today at force.uso.org.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
Once you get atrial fibrillation, you need to have a very close relationship with your primary doctor. Prevention is the whole ball game here, because once you have a stroke, you can't undo it. A year without stroke is a year that you can enjoy doing the things that you've worked all your life to finally get to do. You took care of yourself. You did what is necessary for you to be around one more year. And then next year, we'll celebrate one more year without a stroke.
Mark Zupan, part of the U.S. Paralympic rugby team. In my game, movement is everything. I get frustrated when my move is blocked, especially when that guy has no right to be there, even just for a minute. I love a challenge, but I don't like to play this game every day.
A message from the United Spinal Association.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another, and another. Bam! Deciphering financial aid. She was like, what? Well, now she's like, you aced planning for college. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation, caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
I feel like Marie Selby herself, just chilling on the porch having dessert. What do you have over there, Jamil?
So we got a pop craft right here. We got a beautiful Napoleon. You can see it's strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla.
Ooh.
So it's kind of cool. So very artistic right here.
I like it. And my creation, since Andy Warhol loved bananas.
Banana and chocolate and nuts. So we got that beautiful frozen banana, right? Chocolate banana right here. It's one of the things they would do, especially with that cookie, and people just love it. Wait until summer when these things will start going crazy.
Oh my God. Keep talking because I have a mouthful of dessert here.
So then, it's just to come to Selby and have fun. Go to the truck, go to the cafe, be able to have a lot of different desserts, a lot of different ideas with salads and things like that. So.
And enjoy the flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Have a great weekend, everybody, and a little cheers to the Shamrock for all you Irish folks out there. Thanks, Jamil.
Thank you.
Judy and Jamil, thank you both. Bill Cosby's legal battle may have become a little more difficult. On Thursday, a judge ruled 5 women who claim the comedian sexually assaulted them will be allowed to testify against him at his retrial next month. His first trial ended in a hung jury. Legal experts say the addition of these accusers could help convince jurors that Cosby sexually assaulted Andrea Constand back in 2004. Well, a dog that was mistakenly flown to Japan instead of Kansas City is finally back home. The Swindle family was moving from Oregon to Kansas, and they put their German Shepherd, Ergo, on a United Airlines flight. But in a frightening ordeal, Ergo got swapped with a Great Dane that was going to Japan. Well, the incident made international headlines, and the Swindells demanded United do whatever was necessary to get their dog back safely.
And unfortunately, he wasn't able to fly in the cabin for some logistical reason. So that was another hours and hours of figuring out how to get him back our way and not just how they wanted to. So finally, after fighting with them for a day, they said, we will just do whatever we need to do. And they put him on United's corporate jet instead. It feels absolutely amazing.
Ergo looks exhausted from that flight.
Wow.
Yeah.
The flew corporate, not
Yeah.
bad.
United said Thursday the Great Dane that it was mistakenly sent to Kansas is now on its way back to Japan. So they worked it out, but I'm glad. Wow. Some frequent flyer miles for those two dogs.
Yeah, that's nice. The dog that was in the studio today was gorgeous. Highly recommend anybody thinking about getting a dog and leaning toward a lab. That's the way to go.
We're both tempted by that dog,
I'm
for
telling
sure.
you.
Say hello to our Osprey, and we'll see you again later this afternoon, everyone. Have a good day.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore, but there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.